And then next up is this one, which definitely had a very rough trip. That is just, wow, that is wild. So just finished editing the previous vlog, and yeah, so then now, because I just finished working on that, I do need to get a picture for the thumbnail, and while watching the vlog, it looks like the main part of that video, like the highlight, is from these two bags here, so I will grab these bags here, and I will try to work on a thumbnail for them now. Yeah, so that is there, and soon we'll be finished with the bulk finally, and I can get the backlog of the vlogs started. So just finished with that container now, so we are on to the very, very last container that was in the center of this room. And yeah, so this one is one of the ones that was actually technically a sorted category from my initial sort, probably 3 years back at this point. I'm not entirely sure how long it's been exactly. It's been a long time though. And basically I had like 20 something categories, and this was for the everything else. So basically, if it didn't fit into one of the main categories, such as like I had like 1x bricks, 2x bricks, slopes, minifigure parts, plates, 1x plates, plates 2x and larger than 2x, and there's a whole bunch of different ones that I had. And if it didn't fit into any of those categories, it just ended up in here, or for things that were just dropped by accident or something. I think that part there is actually a bit decent. Yeah, then it all kind of ended up in here. These are a lot of smaller parts, but yeah, then also this abomination here, which honestly I want to kind of keep. It's almost impressive at this point. Like, that is just, yeah, that's wild. I don't think I'll be saving many of those strings, but yeah, we'll see on that. That is quite something. Yeah, then I will work on this now, and then after this, it'll be done. So I was just going through the stuff, and I just found a Ransor claw, which is one of these things here, and that goes for 25 to 40 bucks. So that was definitely unexpected. But yeah, slowly making my way through this. But there's a lot of stuff in the thing because it's so dense that I think that has value. I've been pulling them out. I'm not entirely sure though. But yeah, it's just so dense that you have to do multiple passes through each tray to make sure you get at least a good amount of it. I mean, I'm obviously going to be missing some stuff. Almost guaranteed I've probably missed dozens of parts already, but realistically, time-wise, I can't spend a lot longer in that sense per tray, because otherwise I'll not make any progress, because it's currently 9:35 and I want to finish this and vacuum the basement tonight before I call it a day. So I've got hour 20 or so, give or take, in order to do both of those things. So yeah, then I am just going to try to get through this here, and then any of the things with strings, for the most part, like not these strings because that's a net, but the strings there, I've just been putting in a separate container just so that they don't get mixed up, but like with the rest of the stuff. But yeah, nice find. So just now finished with that container there, and yeah, so that is in this one now, and we are all done with the sorting for now. There'll be more in the future, of course, hopefully, but that's from all the stuff from the center of the room, which is now empty, so that is good again. And yeah, so then we got 3 containers of parts to list here again. Then we've got 2 containers of minifigure parts and accessory type things like spears and stuff in here. In general, if it's like a lower value accessory like a square guard katana, it goes in one of those things, but like this one's octagonal and stuff, so it goes in here. But yeah, this is now done. And then we now have this bag here of the minifigure parts, and so we got just over a pound of minifigure parts out of these last 2 containers. So that is not bad, and I think I can still access that light switch if I put that there, so that is perfect. And yeah, just waiting for one more thing to arrive at my American address and then getting that shipped here. And just going to check really quick for the address. So right now, yeah, we are sitting at, one second, don't want to show any details here. Oh, well, honey, I just blocked it there. So yeah, we are currently sitting at, just a little higher, 36.5 pounds, 0.05 pounds of minifigure type parts. Included in there is like, I think one towel that my mom bought or something, but that shouldn't be affecting the weight too much. And then I'm waiting on one that weighs around 3 pounds to arrive. And so then, yeah, we'll have hopefully almost 40 more pounds of minifigures on the way. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, then I will vacuum the basement now. Yogurt time. So I purchased the scale, and now I'm probably not going to purchase it quite yet. But I'm looking at the different size options for the ultrasonic cleaner. And I would like to get one that can potentially hold a 32 by 32 base plate. And the images are really difficult to go off of because like the outside has like a lip there and stuff like that. So it's not exactly perfect per se or anything like that. But then looking at this, the model that I'm looking at, because in general, I do want to be able to wash many pounds at a time because like if I could wash like a bag this size at one time, that would be optimal. Or like wash like an entire tub of this stuff in one go, and that's the type of thing that I'm trying to aim for. So I do want to get a larger one. And then looking at this, the size of the container seems to be about 13 inches in the one direction, 21-ish in the other, and then about 6 inches tall. And then so I did a rough outline of the table here, and it looks relatively big. And it should be able to hold a 32 by 32 base plate, because this here's a 16 by 32, I think. So should be able to hold that. So that is interesting. So that is good. As we look at this, it's about 10 inches. And yeah, so that should fit in the 13-inch diameter, or not diameter, or height, length, width thing, even with the lips there and stuff like that. Worst case scenario, I could probably get it on an angle, even if it doesn't fit there. So yeah, I think I will probably go with something like this. But then let's actually just grab one of these bags here. And then, in theory, 6 inches tall. It might be a little bit much by the time you calculate in the lid height and the water, stuff like that. But I think if you were to spread it out over the size of the container, I think it could potentially fit about 5 pounds in one go. So that would be a really good one then. So yeah, I think that I will be going with this one here. Seems to be the highest rated one on Amazon. 3,500 reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, I will probably end up going with this one sometime soon. Just got the scale, but that'll probably be the next one. So I've been working on updating the listing, getting it all ready. I don't know if I've ever done this before, but I am purchasing the bold title and subtitle option. Realistically, it probably isn't worth it for the bold title. I'm pretty sure the subtitle would be worth it, but for the bold title, it's just a one-time cost. And as I hope to use this for a lot of future listings, and it's already starting with like, I mean, I'm only listing like 100 pounds for now because I know there's at least 100 pounds there. But then in the future, potentially will be hundreds and hundreds of pounds more. So just for a one-time cost of $4.52, it's honestly worth it, even if I end up disabling it later, just to see if it helps at all. But yeah, then that is there. Got a whole bunch of the stuff set up, included a small thing for that. So I ended up going with $7.50 a pound, and basically for every 5 pounds purchased, I include one free, because on eBay in Canada, we don't really have the same options as in America. Like in America, you can have a quantity discount or stuff like that, but in Canada, it's just not an option on eBay for some reason. They never added it to it. I mean, they might have in the past few weeks or something, but in the past, they just never had that. So Yeah, that's just how it is. So I just will include, as I describe in the condition description thing, which all of the other similar listings just use to describe more on how it works and stuff like that. Then I just explain that it's included when packing. So just if you add 5 pounds, then one's just included while it's packed and stuff like that. So yeah, then I will try to work on some images now and see if I can improve any other things on it. So we got the backdrop made, and we've got the first setup of the stuff. We might be looking for another white blanket to try to get that a little bit better covered there for the stuff. But then we've got the one box at the top with the Lego pouring out. Then we got the stacks of the dupe boxes and this box here as a base for it, and then we're going to try to just fill this area here up with Lego so that it can be like a waterfall type effect. We've got some blankets and stuff along the side, so not much will disappear forever underneath the shelves. But yeah, then we've got the tape rolls there just to prevent stuff from going down there. More stuff over here. But yeah, this here's the starting goal. Grab this one brick that's right here because, as you can see, we'll add it to the pile there. Can't even see where it went. But yeah, this here is the pile of all of the stuff that was dumped. There is quite a bit of it. Gonna mess around with it a little bit and try to get the pictures for the eBay listing. We set up towels and the boxes behind to try and prevent bricks from going everywhere, though I am extremely doubtful that that worked too well for the back area there, because that area there, for example, doesn't really have anything there stopping them. So there's probably going to be some over there. But yeah, we tried to go for a waterfall type effect up there, but it just didn't quite connect. So I might try to move a little bit of this stuff more up there to try and complete that. But yeah, I'd say this looks pretty cool for the Lego, and hopefully once I get some pictures taken and stuff like that, it will draw some attention to the listings compared to some of the other ones. And yeah, we will see what results we get. So I was just finishing up the listing, and I'll get it up in a second. But then, yeah, I was going to do the next step that I was planning to do. I was planning to disable offers on the minifigures and then create a volume-based pricing thing or something on eBay. And basically that is where if you buy one, you pay normal price, but if you buy like 5 different minifigures, you save like 5%, buy 10, save 10% or something like that. However, eBay is always really confusing because you might think that ebay.ca and ebay.com and all those things are all the same website, but in reality, from what I understand, it's almost as if the websites for each country are like built from the ground up separately or something, because there's a lot of things that you can do on some sites but not others. Canada has some features America doesn't have. America has features Canada doesn't have and stuff. So for example, I go to create a promotion on marketing here, and you can only choose a sale event. There's nothing else. If you go to advertising, you can only do the advertising campaigns and all that fun stuff. But yeah, for the promotion thing, there is only a sale event. And this here is an example of what it looks like in the UK and also America. When you go to click on that button there is order discount, codeless vouchers, sale event, and markdowns. But in Canada, we only have sale event, which is just to set a base percentage off all of your listings and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess won't be able to do the volume discount. I know I checked about a year ago for something similar to this, but it wasn't quite the same. So I thought that this might actually still be here, but I guess not. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost certain that a number of years ago, I did have some form of, like I saw some form of it or something. I don't think I ever used it, but I'm pretty sure I at least saw it on ebay.ca at one point. But yeah, it's just not an option at all, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, I guess I'll just be keeping offers probably off. I might turn them back on when I do the whole listing revamp thing and just manually adjust the best offer thing instead of having it a preset or something like that. So it might go back on then, I'm not sure. But I still have it on for everything other than for the minifigures and the minifigure parts and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is there. So I will just see if I can get the thing up real quick that was just created over here. So it's this listing here. The images, I will take a whole bunch more images before I clean it up, just in case I end up upgrading any of the images later on, because you never know. eBay makes the photos a bit blurrier, I'm pretty sure, as well, to save on storage space and stuff like that. So that's why the image is blurry. I'm not sure if I can increase the quality. I might be able to, I'm not sure. But yeah, then that is the listing there with the title. Started with a quantity of 100 for now. Paid for the subtitle thing and all that fun stuff. But yeah, then that is there. Have just a variety of images and stuff like that. So yeah, we will see what happens and go from there. But yeah, I should probably start getting it cleaned up now then. So the stuff is all cleaned up now. It's just past 8:30. I gotta start pulling orders soon. But then there was this part here that I found in there, and it was missing its part number on Bricklink. So yeah, just tore it open, and I think there should be 3 numbers for this part. So then I just got the scale in now. It's highly reflective, so I have to keep it at special angles so it doesn't show me. But then yeah, so 660 pound capacity, and yeah, it runs off of 2 AAA batteries. So that is always fun when you get to do stuff that seems like it should be requiring a lot more batteries, but it only needs a few. But I'll probably just leave it plugged in or something, because it does have an outlet here. Just need to figure out where to put the thing. But yeah, so like they always say, when you're bored, find some Lego parts missing part numbers and tear them apart. This one did not fare so well. I'm a bit doubtful I'll be able to find any part numbers on it. But you never know. And so we got the one Hulk thing, the one pneumatic part. This one here, I'm also doubtful I'll be able to find too much, because the inside had a white tube thing, but it just shattered and it went everywhere. So who knows on that. This thing I might find some. The wheel, there's already at least the one, and then this bird torso thing there has it. Although the one part, I need to grab the toolkit from back there, because there is actually a screw on here, and it's one of those fancy ones, so that should be somewhere in the repair kit thing. And this thing comes in surprisingly useful to just have around the house for like replacing lights, batteries on the light bricks and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll get to work on some of this now. So I am now going to work on just setting up this table again really quickly, because then I have a work area that isn't where I ship, because I ship orders out at my desk area, so I can't really keep the tables over there and by the monitor too filled usually, and then that table there is filled again. So if I want to like part out sets or something like that, I kind of need this table, and I want to try to get used to it being permanently set up, because I feel like there should be a lock here or not, but I just want to try to get more used to it being permanently set up, so that I can get the cart paths all around and stuff like that, because it's probably not a good idea to be putting the table up and taking it down as needed every single time, because it's probably more useful if you're able to just kind of leave it set up and then use it as needed without any extra special stuff needed. Just put that stuff there. This is probably not supposed to be done with one hand, but oh well. Let's use a second hand. That did not work. Let's try this again and go from this side now. See if we have a bit more room. That did not work. There we go. Oh, a drawer fell. But yeah, so I will just try to figure out a good location exactly for it. Yogurt time. But then I just got the thing in the mail for the testing. Pretty sure it can be put on the wall or mounted on the stands there, but yeah, we will see. So we opened it up, and yeah, we can see the 2 different container sizes here. We've got the small ones, there's that. And then the big ones, if I can. That is not being separated. There we go. So we've got the small ones and the big ones, and as a reference point, this here is a standard drawer, so it can definitely hold more than a drawer, than a standard drawer for the small one. And for the big one, there is a very good amount of room there. So yeah, then basically, yeah, if possible, I want to try to keep this stuff similar to how I keep my new drawers here, with one thing per container, because basically if it can't fit in a drawer, then it would need to go into one of these. And if it can't fit in one of these, and then might as well just keep it in with one of these rather than how I have it with the boxes here with all sorts of stuff. But then I would do something similar to how I do my used parts here, where I have a whole bunch of different stuff in them if it's for used. So I might like dedicate like the first, like when I eventually get these up, assuming I go this route, then I would dedicate like X amount of them to used, and then I would just have a whole variety of used in those. But then for the new ones, in general, they don't go in a box unless, like for the new ones, they would all be higher quantity for the most part, because in general, going forward, I only want to part out sets that I have like 50 or 100 copies of. I mean, it's not always going to be like that, and plans might change because they always seems to change and stuff like that. But then in general, they would always need at least one of these, so there's no need to mix stuff up. But yeah, then this here is yeah, a good starting point to see what we have, and then we are going to follow these instructions here. And yeah, from my understanding, we might be able to attach this to the wall rather than just with the feet thing there, but who knows, we will see. So then just decided on this being the spot here for now. Can still easily make my way through to get to the lights and stuff like that, but yeah, so then we moved the shipping containers to over there. So yeah, then these things here just go on the top like that, and if you do at the very end just put like a really large amount of pressure, then it does fly off and stuff like that. But in general, it is very decent. Like, I mean, if I put it back there and I just put pressure in the back here, it won't pop off or anything like that. It's only at the very end, but that's just because how physics work. And then yeah, so it should work. We are putting it here, and it's not like we're going to be using all of them. It's mostly just for testing and stuff like that for now. We'll probably end up using only a few for the time being. But yeah, then this here is what it is. I'll get all of these drawers attached. And then the other thing that I just thought of is that, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it would be best to number these things, because when it's at an angle like this, it can't exactly see numbers if you were to put them there. So one option would be to write numbers there, but then that wouldn't work if in the future we were to have stuff up here, because then it would work better there. So most likely we'll just end up putting them there where they would normally be on anything else. And then, yeah. And did that connect better? Oh, wait. Is that? Oh, nope, never mind. It's just an optical illusion. But yeah, then so that works there. And yeah, so as long as I don't just like push down on the end here, it should be fine. But yeah, so we've got that there. Can slide all the way across. You can pick it up, set it back down, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, then we will get to work on trying to get this all lined up then. And I can't remember if I already said it in a previous clip, just like in the last clip, or if I was just talking about it while we were building it. But then it does seem like it is designed as well for being put on the wall, because there are spare holes on the sides here. And then if you were to remove the back bracket things, then you would also have these holes here, so you could use 5 screws and attach it to the wall directly. And then we did test just setting it against the wall there, and it does still work perfectly fine. So if we do end up going with this and putting it on the walls and stuff like that, we can just remove the side things. These seem a bit bent for some reason almost, but then probably from my testing or something. But yeah, then we can just remove the side things, the feet, and the back bracket things here. and then we can just simply put it on the wall and it will work just the same. So that is good. Yeah, then that is all set up there now. And yeah, we will just see how well this works. So then I ended up needing the other screwdriver because some of the screws were way too tight. So I adjusted all of the screws, and now all except for number 10 for some reason seems to be working fine. But if you look at it and give it just a minute, it starts to slowly rise up as well. It's not quite as fast of a jump as before per se, but it does definitely start to raise up a little. And so I'm thinking what I will most likely do at some point in the future is just put like a piece of tape or something that's really strong here, because in general, I just think as a general rule of thumb, unlike drawers or boxes, I don't think it would be a good idea for me to always take these things off the shelves to do stuff with. I think it would probably be best in most cases if I can just leave it on the shelf, because I can reach all the stuff in the shelf. I won't put it so high up that I can't, and stuff like that. Or maybe find some sort of system that's just a bit sturdier of a connection, just because it feels like it can fall off or something like that a little easier. So then, yeah, Lego bricks in theory can get like stuck in the back there or something like that. But then I might just do something like, if the drawer container thing is super high up, I might only put like large parts in it or something like that, and then for all of the ones that things could get stuck in there or something, I put them so at their eye level so I can easier reach them and stuff like that. Although lifting them up does present several good things, because then if someone buys all of something, you could take it out or something like that. But then I might just end up going with potentially bags, although I do want to try to avoid that if possible, because that slows down the order picking time. Even though it's only a little bit, it does add up a lot once you ship out a lot of orders. So there is that to keep in mind. But yeah, we will now see if anything just kind of like falls off, because if the drawers containers are starting to slowly lift up, we'll see if like when I come back down here tomorrow, if like half of them are on the floor, then that's probably not good. Yeah, then we will see how this works. So then I put a few minifigures and stuff in it to just try and cycle some parts through it, see what happens. You see it is starting to lift up again there. So yeah, I'm relatively certain at this point that probably going to need to do something to like permanently attach it on the back. Though it could be that it's just like that for these, and then if I ever actually put it on the wall, it might stay normally. But yeah, time to get back to work on doing something if I can figure out what to do. I might be missing something, but it looks like Lego has changed up the points thing a little, because I just redeemed 3 of them, but only 1 is showing on the record on Lego VIP points, or well, insiders points technically speaking, things. And yeah, in the past I used to with a couple of sets, just I could redeem, like if I bought 10 copies of the set, since all the QR codes are technically different. I'll just pause through the ones I didn't use just in case anyone wants to use them or something like that. And yeah, so normally you can just redeem all the ones you have, as every QR code is technically different. The outsides are the same. I'm assuming that's just to like say what the set is or something like that. But then the rest of it is still unique for the most part. And then yeah, so normally you can just redeem them all, even if you have multiple copies, because they are different. But yeah, it seems like that is no more. So I guess that means going forward, I will probably not be scanning any of these things and just put them all right into the recycle container, because I've got no use for them. But yeah, so there's that. So guess that's done, so time to figure out what to do next. So yeah, then sold the first thing of the bulk used things. So yeah, we priced it so it's like every £5 you buy, you get 1 free or something like that. Yeah, every £5, 1's free. And yeah, so the pricing on the pounds and for the shipping and stuff like that is with that in mind, as a hope to try and make every single one about £5 or more. And yeah, we just had the first order and it was for £5. So that means it's £5 plus 1 free pound. And so yeah, we are going to figure out what the best way to pack that stuff up is. So I will just try some different ideas and stuff like that, so we can try to get a system in order. Yogurt time. So just getting to work now, and in the good news, it doesn't look like anything fell, so that's good. And yeah, I'm not gonna push them back down. I'm just gonna leave them, see if they're at, that's like just the highest they go, because I'm starting to think they just kind of stay at that level, and they won't like necessarily get worse. They'll always just immediately after a little bit go to the level, that level where it's slightly lifted and not really go higher. That's my current theory. So there's that. And now, yeah, we just finished with some testing of the air in our house, and it is not looking good. The one thing, we're in the normal range for the dust and stuff like that, but then the one for formaldehyde, we're 4 times the normal limit, and for VOEC or something like volatile organic compound, yeah, VOC or something like that, we're like, yeah, about 5 times the normal limit. Actually, no, that's what was with the original numbers. But then but then after we left it for like another half hour, it just kept going up and up and up, and so it's probably around like 6 times the normal limit. So that's probably not good. So might have to focus on trying to fix some of that stuff. But yeah, then today. I know there's something I was planning to do, but I'm trying to remember what. But once I remember what it was, I'll get to work on that. And then, yeah, just sold another 5 pound thing again. So that means another 6 pounds to ship out. So yeah, that is now 6 pounds a day being sold for 2 days in a row. I know statistically it won't stay at that amount or anything like that. But yeah, that is good to be able to get a bit of that already sold now. So I just finished work on the one vlog, so that's partially caught up a little. There's still one more that I have to do, possibly two, I'm not entirely sure, before I'm now caught up. But then, yeah, I am going to now clear off this table because I've got about an hour and a half. I can try to figure some things out for the minifigure haul videos. And yeah, so I am just going to try to clear this off. Not sure exactly where I'm going to put it because those counters are also full. But yeah, I will see what I can do. So just finished recording the video for that, and I think it went a lot better than last time. I think my last attempt at recording this here was like 20 minutes long or something like that, but I just recorded it again while standing up, and I think it was more so because at the weird angle, because it's not just standing straight up, it's standing at like a weird angle while trying to look in the camera and recording, but it really hurts the back to be at that angle. So I did it really fast in like 8 minutes or something like that. So I might try to upload that version. I'm not entirely sure yet, but yeah, that was there. Still need to try and spend some time to try and improve how I record, because it's like it doesn't really flow too well as a video. It's kind of like I'm just jumping around and stuff like that, so I have to try and do that. But I think that's something that more so will be something that the more that I go through, the better I would be able to get at that. So for the first few, potentially it might not be too good, but I will probably try to work on that and see if I can choose a day of the week to possibly do that, because right now we've got Mondays for the hand there when I was changing the zoom was really weird. But yeah, Mondays we've got the haul video, not the haul videos, the vlogs. So sometime between Tuesday and Saturday, I want to try to do a minifigure haul day, and then I want to try and set up the once a month for the monthly recap, and then possibly, depending on how many hauls I can get, which generally isn't too many unless I'm shipping to the States. But if I could do maybe 2 days a week of doing haul videos, that might be fun. But yeah, I will see if I can try to just fill up different content things to see what works best. And yeah, this might be a good start. So yeah, then the scale that was picked up for the weighing of heavier things seems to be working really well. And so what I end up doing is, well, normally, I'll just tape this up real quick. Is I tape up the box, and I grab a bag, and then I toss them both on the scale, then I tear it out, and then I grab, well, this here is the previous one. Just move that there, and then I grab a pair of gloves because why not? This stuff is probably just best to wear gloves to be on the safe side. Even if it's not dirty, it's just because the stuff can get sharp, and that helps a lot. So then I move the box over here, and then we have the scale. Probably don't want that to touch because that could interfere with it. And then I just have a container here, and so then on the thing, so if you buy 5 pounds, you get 1 pound free. And so then this one here is a 5 pound one, so then I weigh out 6 pounds. I usually go for about 6.2 to 6.4 pounds, just to be on the safe side, in case there might be like a fake brick or two in there, and just in case, because it's better to do a little bit more than a little bit less and stuff like that. So I'll quickly weigh that out now. So we have 6.3 pounds, one broken container, because I realized that, yeah, those containers aren't strong enough for digging through bulk, so I'll just end up using a yellow container for that. But then we can put this one back over here onto the stack. And initially I had thought that these boxes were too big for the bulk, but I'm starting to think that the very first one that we packed up was just a lot less dense of stuff. So then this one here might be a better one for it. So then, yeah, we can just see how much Lego is in here. And I think it's 34 something plus $4.99 on shipping in Canada for 6 pounds, because it's $7.50 Canadian per pound, and then buy 5 get 1 free, and then flat rate $5 shipping in Canada on it. So yeah, then that is that, and that's with the box weight teared out. So if we remove this, it'll be below 0 pounds. Yep, it's negative 1.1 pounds. So yeah, I will get this packed up now then, and we'll see what it looks like then. So for this, I won't be using bubble wrap because it's just used bulk, so I think that's just a little overkill, because this stuff is by no means in perfect condition or anything like that. The bags are to just try and keep most of it like together, but the box will be, I always tape the boxes like on this side here and stuff like that, so unless it pierces through the cardboard itself, even if the bags rip open, as you can see they do here very easily, it's not like the stuff's going to go everywhere or anything like that. So yeah, I will be trying to adjust this to fit in the box, but it looks like it should be able to fit into the box, so that's good, and we'll get this packed up. But before that, while cleaning up over in the other room, I remembered that I have these things here from eBay that I got a very long time ago. They're too large to fit in normal envelopes. At least I think they might technically fit, but yeah, so I will be just including them in here because I think it was like a pack of 100 or something like that, and so I just got a whole bunch of them. Can use that up, and I'll probably put stickers on the boxes too, just use that up. But yeah, then I'd say that is pretty good. The box is from eBay, so it's a bit more expensive if you buy it on your own, but if you use your quarterly shipping coupon, it's a good price. But I do like to use that on envelopes because it's just what I use from eBay a whole bunch, so I might have to get some boxes of the same size from like Staples or such. Maybe Amazon might have a good price, I don't know, but yeah, then there's that. So then it is all packed up. There's a little bit of a rattle because there's no bubble wrap, but it should be all nice and snug in there. Bit of the tape here. Fix that up a little bit there. And yeah, so then we can put the box on the scale. And yeah, so all in all, it is 7.4 pounds. And yeah, depending on where this goes, it's in Canada. So, but depending where in Canada it goes, it'll cost me anywhere from about $5.50 to, if it goes to the middle of nowhere, it could cost me $20 to ship. But then the price is for shipping is flat rate $5, knowing that with every pound at the $7.50 mark, I expect several dollars of that to go to the shipping cost and stuff like that. That is fully expected and intentionally done. I would have done free shipping and just fully absorbed it, but the thing is that makes it really difficult because you have to increase the price per pound, because I wouldn't be able to do that unless there was just like 1 pound things, because if you buy 1 pound with the free shipping, it might make sense, but if you buy multiple pounds, then you're paying that shipping cost in every single pound as an additional cost, even if it's not needed in that sense. So yeah, then I am just doing flat rate $5 just to keep it simple. But yeah, that is all packed up, and then I should probably just make sure to write on these boxes 5, oh, that's a 7. 5 plus 1 LBS. That's an 8. Close enough. Yeah, so that is done there. And I'll probably pack that one up tomorrow when we ship stuff out. But then I was just thinking that depending on how these things sell, this might be a fun thing to record some like YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reel videos on, because I think if it's a good setup and stuff like that, I think that could be a relatively interesting thing to film, at least in comparison to like a standard Pablo video. Just sold something out of an area that I have not accessed in a long time. This here is in Pyramid F. And so that is actually up here. And yeah, this here is like the most out of the way storage spot I've ever had. I've wanted to move this box to another location or get rid of it for a while, but since there's still inventory in it and I didn't feel like moving it, it always kind of stayed there. And yeah, so that is the very last item that was in this order, and it was the very last item in this box, because initially there's a lot more. I think the F, yeah, because I labeled this with tape on the bottom. It's painter's tape, so it doesn't leave any residue or anything. But yeah, it was the last one in this box, because with this box there, it was a little bit difficult to access the drawers there. Some of that's in this drawer here, some ingots, okay. But yeah, so that is now gone, so I can put that there, this Bionicle container there, and yeah, this box, either see if I can find a new spot for it, but my spots are kind of all taken with other cool stuff, so this probably will get put into the recycle now. I don't think it's too expensive of a box or anything like that. So yeah, and it's got tape all over it. I think it was from the thrift store or something. Yes, from the thrift store. I don't know what possessed me to pay that price. Actually, I think this was purchased possibly before. I'm not sure if that's a date or anything on there. Might have been purchased before I really started selling, and we just wanted to play the game as a family. But yeah, it was probably half missing or something. So yeah, there's that. Put that in there. Yeah, then I got a few more orders to pull now. So I just got the package from the States in the mail, and I tried getting the camera tripod thing here, but that only records down, so I tried. You can lift up the stand, but it doesn't actually lock. I like the part where the phone goes, so it just didn't work. So yeah, let's just go through it. And for reference, including packing materials, this here is roughly 48 pounds, I think, or 46 pounds or something like that. First up, we've got an empty package here. That is, I believe, just some cloths that my mom needed. Then let's take a look here. So first up, we've got this slot here. I was going to check the prices on all this stuff, but that is somewhere else, so I like it's at the computer, so I can't really check. But then I'll just try to say what I think they were price-wise, though I might be off. This one here, I think it was like $80, and mostly because I bought this because of the armored Batman there, which goes for like almost that much. And there's a Spider-Man Noir and some stuff like that, and a cool tomato bag. So there is that one. Then let's just grab this one here. So this one was, I believe, $350 or $400 or somewhere around there. This is the one where I bought it in Canada but shipped it to my American address and then shipped it back to me in Canada, because once you factored in the costs, in a weird way, it was actually slightly cheaper to do that because the seller was selling it in USD and they offered free shipping to America, but in Canada they were charging shipping. And then in my account balance when I bought it, I only had USD, so I would have had to pay currency conversion. So once you factored in all that fun stuff, I'm pretty sure it was a little bit cheaper to ship it to the States. Also, I just always kind of wanted to ship something to the States from Canada and then ship it back to Canada for some reason. So this was the perfect opportunity. And yeah, we can just see lots of random stuff. There's probably some fakes in here, like this in here. I don't see the Lego logo anywhere on it. Though its quality feels somewhat realistic, but its shine is a little off. So that one's probably fake there and stuff like that. Though I'm not entirely sure until I list it. And yeah, I saw some other cool things in here. I think it was in this bag. Might be, I'm not sure. Could be this one. I know it was in one of these. Might be this one. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's old peasant torso. Those things are always really good. And so yeah, just 7 pounds about of accessories and stuff like that. And these are like good accessories. It's not like it's all just like katanas or stuff like that, but there's like a whole bunch of just like minifigure parts, like just random handful. We got a lightsaber, we got a baseball bat, random sword thing. I think the red handles actually a little bit. We got a space thing, katana, friend's mini doll lower part. At least that's it's called on Lego. For some reason, they don't really call them legs. They just say lower part. But yeah, just lots and lots and lots of just really cool stuff. And yeah, for what I think it was like only $350 or $400 or something. That might be USD. I'm not sure. Can't go wrong considering it's like 7 pounds or something like that. But yeah, so there is that one there. And just piles of cool stuff. Although, yeah, this one here, it was open. Like the stuff here is just packed like this with all the stuff loose on the inside. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But, well, statistically, oh, it's gone. Something probably got lost because when it was in the box, there was a skeleton. Not sure if there's any of these ones in particular, but there was a skeleton half out of the box already, so that isn't a good sign, but it should mostly be here. So yeah, that was that one there. Then next up, we've got what's in this box here. Let's see here. Got this envelope here, which is actually one thing that I shipped to the American address. Open it up, it's stuck there, and it is a comedy Blu-ray from a show. And yeah, it was an auction in the States, and I saved like $30 on shipping and stuff like that to ship it to my American address. So I did that because I collect Blu-rays. But yeah, then there is this one here. And this one, I think it was less than $1 per minifigure. And if you look at it, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it is like the older Vikings type stuff. Yeah, so like you got Princess Leia as well and Han Solo from there somewhere. You can see a little bit. So yeah, there's lots of good stuff in here. You got some barding. And yeah, this one here, there's like one. I think it's less than $1, but it might have been a little bit more per minifigure. But on an overall level, you just can't go wrong when it's all of the older stuff like that. So that is pretty cool there. And is that guy wearing armor or something? Oh yeah, got some chrome silver armor. That was unexpected. I don't even know if I saw that. So there's that one there. And then next up is this one, which definitely had a very rough trip. That is just, wow, that is wild. So there's that one there. And let's see. So we've got in here this bag here. I think that's a Bad Batch minifigure there. And this here's the one with the Forceman minifigures, I'm pretty sure. As we can see, the one there. So there's the one bag. Just lots and lots of cool stuff in here. This is the one that had the Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. And this torso here, which goes for like $60-$70. And all sorts of just really cool stuff. And then there's this second bag here. And I think this one here, and there's a Padme Amidala, wrong head. But yeah, I think this one here was around 420 or so USD, which is not bad considering it's about 4 pounds almost, or like 3 to 4 pounds or somewhere along there. So that was a really good deal there, at least compared to what I was expecting to pay, because it was just filled with Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, superheroes, like not everything, but almost everything in here is themed to an extent. So that was a really good one there. And that's that one. And then we've got this one here. I'm trying to grab it with one hand. Let's take a look in here. And this one, I'll be honest, I have no idea when I bought this or what this is specifically. All I know is that's another lot I picked up. I probably paid around 100 to 150 a pound for it. so yeah, that's probably just why I got it, because I saw the auction ending and it was within the price I normally pay. So I picked it up, and I'm not seeing anything too crazy in here, but you can never go wrong with just a whole bunch of minifigures and stuff like that. And also Shield of the coolest castle theme ever. So yeah, there is that bag there, and then there's also this bag here. Okay, I think I remember this one a little bit, because I remember seeing that in an image. Oh yeah, this here is the it's the last one I bought, and then once this arrived, then I shipped the package here. So this one, yeah, I think it was around $100 a pound as well, or something like that. I think it was like $300 for the whole box or something. See some Lord of the Rings there, can't go wrong with that. And yeah, just, which torch was that? Is that Ninjago, I think? Yeah, yeah, that's the one, Ninjago, from the digital one, from that line there. So yeah, that is a cool one there. You got a Roman soldier with the shield. That is really cool. I think that's the wrong face though, but I don't know if I've ever actually gotten one of their shields before, so that's a really nice find there. So there is that package there. Then next up, just gonna set the phone down for a second. This one's a bit heavy. So then we've got this one here, which I believe was $800 USD. And the main draw for this one, well, because it's got a lot of minifigure parts, that's the main draw. But the other one was, we got a full bag of Star Wars in here. So yeah, that was a unexpected but really nice part. Well, I say unexpected, but unexpected that it went so cheap, because this here, it altogether it weighs like 9 pounds or something, but it only went for $800 or something like that. So there's only about $100 a pound once you exclude the several bricks that were included. And included in that is about a pound to a pound and a half of just Star Wars minifigures. So yeah, you just can't go wrong with that. So yeah, there's that one there. Then we've got this bag here. Just more figures from it. Then we got this bag. More minifigures in that. I think that's the one Playmobil one there. Then we've also got this one here, which is a 2-pound bag of accessories, which if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I love accessories. They're almost more fun to list than minifigure parts some of the time. So I do strongly prefer to get them. And especially when they're like quality ones like this here is like good ones, like glow-in-the-dark spiders, armor, shields, headgear. This is the type of accessories I really like to get, because this stuff here is just really fun to list and stuff like that. Then we've got a couple dinosaurs and vehicle parts and stuff like that. And then some gamepad things, and not sure which that one's from, but yeah, just lots of cool stuff here. Some of these are, there might be a chance that one or two of these is actually worth a little bit. And then a part of a battle pack, I think. And this here is the one where the seller said they included several extra minifigures that they found while they're packing it, so that was really nice of them. So yeah, then there is this one here, and this bag here, and that was somehow all in that box before, but now it doesn't close. Not sure whose face that is there, but yeah, that's that one. And then I'm not even going to take this one here out of the box because it's just too heavy. But this one here, I think it was the first one that I won, and it was, I want to say, around 10 to 14 pounds. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, this here is, I think it's this one that I won, and then I shipped it to my American, I started shipping stuff to my American address again after, because it had been a couple months, and then it was a really good deal. So I got this one here. So minifigure, flower, ring, candle holder, or, oh, Mimi's. But yeah, then just lots of minifigure parts and accessories and stuff like that. So we got 3 bags in here, and yeah, so that is that stuff there. So I will add this stuff to the backlog now, although this one here probably can't, because it would just drop everywhere. So we'll have to figure out what to do with all this then and clean it up so I can finish pulling orders, because I think I still got like 200 lots to pull. So yeah, then just check the prices, and so the box of minifigures there was $350 USD with free shipping. And the one with the armored Batman was $96. Not sure if that includes shipping or not, and I'll check the other prices then. This one was $51. This one here was around 760, both USD. And this one here with the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff was $450. This one here was, this one here was $835, and this one here was $350. Though I might have gotten those boxes switched around or something. And then for those curious, this one was about $82, I think, at auction. Normal by now is like $110 or so, I think. So a bit cheaper than normal price. So yeah, then this here is what the pile now looks like. Got the one thing here that was there a while ago, but the bag top is broken, as you can see there. So it just kind of sits there so nothing spills out. But yeah, then so I had to create a new stack over here. Then a little stuff over there and over here. I didn't want to put anything, well, these are the toy things, so that's not too big a deal. Plus it's technically to the side, but I didn't want to put anything else here just to prevent any possible UV damage, depending on how long the stuff sits there. Though it should hopefully be only a couple months before I start getting to some of this stuff here. Yeah, so that is what the backlog is now looking like. And yeah, so those are the things I was able to get in the mail. So I will now pull the rest of the orders, and we can actually just check how much left there's to pull, because I pulled Brickle and eBay, but I ran out of time for Bricklink. So we have to take a look over here and see 226 lots to pull. And yeah, so I will get to work then. But then in great news for the old inventory sellout, before we get to the new stuff, we are now down to below 20,000 lots. For a while, it probably, I want to say like 2 or 3 months, including just before the sale started, we were over 20,000 lots. And yeah, so it is going down steadily, so that is good. And yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting thing to build back up to 20,000 lots again and stuff like that after everything is sold out from the old stuff. But yeah, it'll probably be quite fun, hopefully. Yogurt time. So yeah, then today I am going to hopefully get all of the eBay cards worked on and rebuilt. So that will be what I'll work on now. But yeah, this is the end of this vlog, so thank you for watching if you got this far. The next vlog should be out next Monday.